So my final project was made mainly through the cPanel application. So for the cPanel, to program a website, you start off with a blank sheet, just like this. And then what you do is you turn that blank sheet into HTML and CSS to create a website that looks like this. So everything on this page is all included right here. So this purpose page was made all through HTML and CSS, and as you can see, there is writing here in paragraph form and heading form, and those are in the H tags and the P tags. So on the second page, not just the purpose, well, actually before I switch on to that, now this is taken straight from Google Trends, which the topic of mine is all about. So Google Trends allowed for anyone to take this, and this was an example from my text here, and it's an interactive graph, and this is through HTML. They have Google provided me with all of this, so I didn't have to memorize it or anything. They just provided me to share it with this. So I added that right into my website. So on this next page, as you can see, there's a video, and this video is a video that I made in an earlier lesson. So to make this video, I had to record it with my camera. I just figured that I would set it up in my my dining room, put my camera off, and then I allowed it to record me. Then after I recorded all this, I edited it through WeVideo, and as you can see, they tag themselves in there, and then I upload it on YouTube. So this is uploaded through YouTube, and here's just a little bit of my video. There's an introduction, it goes right into it. So I'm going to pause it right there so we don't have to watch it. And at the top of my page, you can see that there's a banner. Now this banner was made all through Pixlr, and Pixlr was a great application on how to edit photos, and it allowed me to make all of this and my background that you can see back there. Now also on this page, what you can see is the graph. Now this graph was created through Google Responses, well, Google Survey, and I had 14 people respond to it for one of the earliest lessons. These are all responses from these 14 people who were in my class. And I screenshotted the result page of my Google survey, and I pasted it right in here because it directly connects to what this paragraph talks about. And this this page also is done through HTML and CSS. Well, CSS and HTML here. So also what you can see on this page is the questions. So here I have B and C. So well, let's go back to A first. So A, indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. So mine was about search trends. So I talked all about Google search trends and what it was made for, how it helped solve a problem, or what opportunities it created, and just how useful it is. And I provide some visuals so the page doesn't look very bland and boring. So back to B and C. So explain a benefit or harm. So I talked about the benefit of how it can help out business owners because you can monitor your brand and check your competitors. I provide a reference from techadvisor.org, who had a great article about this Google Trends. And then the impact that innovation has had on society and culture. Now, here I talked also about another. This reference was from Go Globe, and it was all about social media and what people do on their apps and whatnot. And I also had some social effect through this survey response. And for D, indicate one field other than computer science where this innovation has impacted. So I talked all about regular science, the scientific research, how it helps with people, from GlaxoSmithKline observing results from all different vaccinations and epidemics and whatnot. So for the next one, this is the technical impact. So here I have the HTML of the tech, and I have the actual tech, how this transitioned from here to here. So as you can see, the banner, it's present on every page, in the background present on every page. You can also see these footers. Now these are buttons. These were styled through CSS with this red background here and the purple lettering inside of the buttons, and how it lights up, or how it's highlighted black when you hover over it to let you know that you're about to click on it. So all that CSC is done right up in here, all through there. So let's get back to this. So describe how a user interacts with this innovation. So I provided a source, a reference over here with a hyperlink, just like all my other references were. So you can click on this and it will bring you exactly to the link that you would want to see, where I got my information from, and it's all right here. And I also have a link to Google Trends. I had a few links throughout, but this shows exactly what the site is and what you can do on it. So now back to here. As you can see, I got some pictures in here, again, to liven it up. So describe in detail how the innovations technology incorporates at least one of the big ideas of abstraction, algorithms, programming, and or the internet. So while search trends incorporates several of the 7 big ideas, I chose to talk about one, and that one is the internet. And as you can see, this internet is in bold, and I did that through the strong tag. So it's sometimes hard. I emphasize Google Chrome there, but then the strong tag is right here. It's not always easy to pick out where things are in HTML, but you should kind of guess where it would be based on here, and then just look for it on the HTML. So, next section. As you can see, all these buttons work to bring you to the next section, to home, wherever you want to go. So, relationship to data. So, for this G prompt, describe how the innovation consumes data as input, produces data as output, and or transforms data. So in this, I talk all about how search trends takes data from all different searches, from Google or Bing or whatever search engine you can think of. And then when you type in a specific keyword, then you can find out all these trends based on that keyword. So H is describe at least one data storage concern or privacy. And I talked about the privacy concern because that was the biggest one when Google Trends first came out, as it was called Google Flu Trends. And I provided a source from the New York Times hyperlink right there from an author, Miguel Helft. And now to move on from this article, I'm going to go right to the last reference page. So these are all the references I've used. I've clicked through on some of them throughout the presentation to show you where they lead to and what exactly they do. So they're all useful. They all provided great information throughout the presentation. So now, as you can see, you had to do all different rows and tables for this to appear just like that. So to go home, just to show everything else, you have a little GIF right here that I also made this in the Wii video of quick 3 pictures. One of them was created through the Pixlr.com, and I put into here, and then worked out perfectly. So that's about it for this presentation. Thank you. If you have any further questions, go ahead and visit the link for the website posted right there below. Thank you very much for enjoying this presentation.